It's Kim. Just a quick little message this morning as I'm thinking about pondering. I've just ended a 3-day retreat with some amazing women, and one of the things we talked about was how we are trapped or freed by the interpretations that our brains have made. I've said before that when you're wonky, when you got wonky emotions going on, you feel bad, you feel depressed, you feel sad, you feel angry, you feel resentment, you feel offended, any of those negative energies, if you follow them back up to a thought you're having, and sometimes that distinction isn't clear enough. So what I mean by the thought you're having, go look and see what interpretation, what meaning you've given to things that aren't serving you. For example, like if one of my kids says something that pushes my button, rah, then if I can, and I have adult kids, so it's not like a little kid, but hey, it works every time. When you follow the thought, when you follow the emotion up to the thought, and then ask yourself, so what was my interpretation about what they said? What was the interpretation? Did it push my button that I'm not a good enough mom? That it pushes my button, it exposes my maybe mom guilt because I wasn't good enough for my kids and I wasn't there for them and I didn't do enough and I'm no. See, that's what I mean by follow it. And then ask yourself, move to the observer, get out of the muck and the mire of the interpretation and the emotion and move up to another level of your consciousness and say, is that true? And then most of the time we go, well, one of two things. When you ask yourself from an observer standpoint, is that true? And if the answer is, yeah, it's true. Yeah, maybe you weren't there for your kids every minute of the day. Okay, well, is it true that I really needed to be? Because how many people are fine and really turn out even sometimes better, outwardly looking, than maybe a mother who was there with them 24/7? See, that's what I mean. Investigate all of your interpretations, because then you can move to the observer and you don't have to get trapped into this spiral, thought, emotion spiral. Is it true? Most of the time, it isn't. It isn't the truth or the only truth you can align with. And you can look at it from a new perspective, create a new interpretation about it. You know what? Okay, I get it. That's my wound. That's the thing maybe it's my button. And why is that button there? Because I worried about not being there for my kids. I worried about the harm and the damage that I did. Maybe I did too much for my kids. Maybe I didn't do enough. Whatever that little thing was, I can go, well, you know what? That doesn't have anything to do with right now. So they're on their own. It's okay. And they can be mad at me if they want. That's okay too. It doesn't mean anything about me. This is their gig. This is their journey. So watch and see how these interpretations loop together, the meaning we give things, and watch it from a standpoint of when your button gets pushed, when a feeling gets hurt, when you get angry, when you get those negative emotions I talked about. That's your clue. Move to observer, look at it like a science project, and go, learn to be more aware of it. That's the beginning of mindfulness and unwiring, rewiring.